Hey there and welcome back today for a brand new video. Today we are going to be reviewing the brand new Lovefest collection from Huda Beauty. I'm so excited to dive into this one with you guys. We have some new cream blushes as well as a new Obsessions mini eyeshadow palette, new Kalali fragrance we'll go over. So excited, so let's go ahead now and get started. So getting started with the collection, first up we have a brand new Obsessions eyeshadow palette. I know you guys really love these. This is a 9-pan and it is called the Lovefest palette. Very beautiful packaging on this one. I feel like she did a really amazing job with all of the packaging on everything for this collection. So really love the colors that she chose, and this one is kind of similar. I know a lot of people are saying to the Naughty palette just because I feel like the packaging, if the packaging was different, I don't know. I know it has those swirl pans, but I don't know if everyone would be like saying that, but I am going to pair them here in a second so you guys can kind of see them side by side. But we do have in here some brown shades, some oranges, and then you have a really pretty blue and some purples in here. So I will go ahead and show you swatches like I said in a second, but that is the eyeshadow palette. Everything is available now. I will have links to it down below for you guys to shop. And then she also came out with some new cream blushes. This is actually a new blush formula, and packaging on these, you guys, 10 out of 10. It's so cool. So it says Love Fest here, Huda Beauty, but on the inside, what's really fun about these is it has love right there, but if you look at it in the mirror, it says share the, so share the love. I think that's such a cool touch. I've never seen that before, so I think that's a really cool idea. It did get a little bit, ruined a little bit with my swatches and using it, but you can still fully see everything. So really, really cool there. It does have a mirror on it, and these are a cream blush formula. There is 2 different shades. We have the shade called Toasted Tangerine, and then we also have the Burning Cherry shade here as well. So these are really cool, and I'm glad that she's coming out with blushes because I love blushes personally. I wanted to share with you guys some of the what she says about this formula, since it is a new formula. So it says the Lovefest cream blush is a limited edition collector's item packaging. We specially developed this new pearly formula for these 2 cream blushes. It says that they are a unique balmy texture that just blends effortlessly to melt into the skin. So that's kind of how they describe them. And then I wanted to also mention for the Lovefest, it says it has 1 new metallic marble pan in it, which you guys saw, and then also has 2 new metallics as well. And then you have the 6 matte shades. So really the only new shades I think in there are the shimmers. The mattes are just existing in the rest of Huda's other palettes. And then there also is a new Kalali fragrance. It's actually my first time trying one of her fragrances. This is the sister brand to Huda Beauty, and this is her new Love Fest collection, and it also has the fragrance, which I think is great. So it's kind of like a little collaboration here. The packaging on this one definitely embodies the rest of the collection when you see them together, and this has the notes of burning cherry in it. So I feel like that's kind of the vibe for the rest of the colors and the theme of this collection with the Love Fest. So very cute. This actually smells amazing. I have it on my skin right now, and the notes on here are burning cherry, raspberry, praline, Palo Santo, I'm so bad with these, you guys, wood, and then also pistachio. So if you are someone who knows like notes and fragrances, maybe that will mean something to you. I'm so bad with that, but it smells amazing. It smells really good. It's almost like a musk, but not too musky, and it definitely has like those sweeter scents to it, but it's almost like just more like grown up smelling. It doesn't smell like too floral, anything like that. It smells really good. And then the last part of the collection is going to be a lifeliner eyeliner. This is in the shade Very Brown, so they included this one also with the rest of the products. Like I said, everything is available now. I will link it all down below for you. It is an affiliate link, so if you do shop, I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. And I also wanted to quickly now show you swatches of everything. So I took swatches of all of the products to show you, and then we will get into the demonstration and how I got this look using all of the Lovefest collection. So first up here, we have the Obsessions palette. I wanted to show you just a closer up look of it, and then I did want to show you swatches of all 9 of the shades, and then I also wanted to show you a comparison of the Naughty palette just so you guys could see the similarities between the 2. So here is them side by side, and then also the swatches. You guys could see a few of the similar shades. You could tell that some of the mattes were a little bit similar. Up next, we have the Lovefest cream blushes. The packaging on these is just so cool. I just love the touch of the mirror. I think it's a really cool touch in these. So I did want to just show you quickly just swatches of both of the shades here on my arm. And then lastly, just a quick swatch of the brown liner before we do get started with the eye look. The eye look, I'm going to go in with this lightest shade in the palette. It's like a peachy matte, and we're just going to start to blend this all through my crease. I'm just using like a big fluffy brush to help kind of diffuse this out. As I'm filming this video, I just got back from vacation. So I feel like I've been kind of trying to get caught back up with all of the new makeup releases. I went camping. I'm from Michigan, and we went to the Silver Lake sand dunes, and it was actually a lot of fun. It's my first time camping, so that was, you know, interesting, kind of trying to navigate that world, but it was really fun. We went with a big group of friends, and yeah, I feel like I had a good little time, but I was like came home to so many notifications for like new makeup and stuff, and I had this collection from Huda on my porch, and I just got so excited to start and play with makeup again because I didn't have makeup on for like days and days. So next we're gonna go into this peachy shade right here. That first matte blended really nicely. I'm gonna keep with this brush to keep just kind of diffusing these colors so we can use as many as possible. So these mattes are blending nicely. I prefer the Huda Beauty mattes. I think they're really a great formula. I know a lot of people don't always love the Obsession palettes. Sometimes they prefer the larger palettes from her, but I really have no issues with the Obsession palettes. I think that they're still really good quality, and I don't really notice a huge difference myself personally. I'm further going to add in some oranges. So I'm going to grab this one right here, and we're going to grab that on a smaller brush, and I'm just going to start to bring some of the oranges into this look here as well. Next, I'm going to bring in some of the browns. So we're going to use the two deeper browns. So first I'm going to go into the lighter shade. And again, I'm just going to kind of focus this on this outer edge. I feel like you guys know my typical go-to when it comes to it looks like this. I like to focus the deepest shades on the outer corner and then slowly start to work them in. So far, everything's looking really smooth. Now we're going to deepen it up just a little bit more, like I said, with this shade here. And again, just apply this to this outer portion and start to work it in. I'm really not getting any fallout or anything either, like a few little specks there, but nothing bad. So just start to blend that into my crease a little bit. Now for the shimmer, I'm going to go into the swirl pan here in the corner. This is a really beautiful purple. I'm going to add that all over the lid, and I'm just going to use my finger to press that into the lid. The cool thing with these swirl pans is you kind of get a different look because they have a little bit more dimension to them. So you can kind of have a different eye look almost. I don't want to say every time, but it definitely gives a kind of an element to, you know, your eye that gives a little bit of sparkle. No matter which way you go, it kind of has a different shift to it. It's almost like a duochrome, but it's not fully a duochrome. I'll apply this one here. I'm liking that shade. I feel like it looks really nice on the lid. I think I am going to leave the eye look there. Actually, let's just top it. I want to use another one of the shimmers. Let's top it a little bit with this color right here. This one almost has like a glitter look to it. It's not glitter though, but it's more of like a topper. So if we kind of just put that right over top, yeah, that gives us a little bit more sparkle. Just so we could try out some more of the shades. Really pretty. It has like a little bit of a fine glitter to it, but it's not going to be like a full pressed glitter or anything like that. So there's those two shades on top of each other. I really like how they look together. Just going in with a clean brush over here, I'm just going to kind of go through everything and make sure we don't have any harsh edges. Lower lash line, I don't want to bore you guys, but I'm pretty much just going to go in with the exact same shades and kind of just smoke those together. And then I do want to use the brown liner here just to add that since it is newer. I'm not going to create a wing. I'm kind of just going to use that really tight to my lashes before I apply my false lashes. So over the eyeshadow, it kind of looks a little bit more black, just like it's like definitely a deep brown. I don't know if you didn't have any eyeshadow on, if it would look more brown, because it definitely did in our swatches, but over top of eyeshadow, it's kind of hard to tell that it's a brown. For my lashes, I actually got these really pretty ones in from Kiss. I'm going to try these out. So these are the most mink-like lashes. These are the Masterpiece ones from Kiss. These are in Haute Couture, and then they also came out with a new lash glue. This is the Lash Couture Super Hold lash glue. I really like their original formula, so excited about this one. I feel like the lashes applied really easily and the glue dried down pretty quick, which is nice. So here is our eye look with the lashes. I feel like it turned out really pretty. I'm really excited to now try out those cream cheek products. We've got the two shades right there. I haven't applied any bronzer or anything, so I feel like we'll be able to see how the shades perform. I'm going to use one on each cheek just so we can see both colors. So the first one is the Toasted Tangerine shade, and I think for me personally, I'm going to apply it with a sponge. Typically what I do with my cream products is I just take my sponge and I like put it into the thing right here. And I did see earlier from the swatches that it actually didn't lose that little thing in there, which I was wondering about. Like you can still see it in the mirror. I do feel like eventually it'll probably go away, but for now, like I can still see it. So I did want to mention that to you guys. So we're just gonna go ahead and start to apply that. And I am going to, like I said, just use this with a sponge. We'll see if we get any separation. I did apply a little bit of powder to my under eyes. And I know that sometimes cream products can be a little bit finicky with powder, so we'll see if we get any separation there. It's definitely pigmented. With my second swipe here, I do feel like it's showing up a little bit more. I'm gonna kind of just work it in to my skin a bit and see how it's looking. It's a nice color. It definitely has a little bit of a sheen to it though. So if you're not someone who doesn't, if you want like a matte product, this isn't gonna be for you, but I don't think it's supposed to be described as that. Okay, I feel like it looks pretty good. Separation wise, I do feel like I maybe have a tiny bit right in here where I did apply the powder, but I don't think it looks bad. I've definitely had worse. So yeah, there's that color. Let's apply a little bit more just for fun. See if we can't build it up a little bit more. I'm gonna take this on my hand now. I'm just gonna apply it with my fingers and we'll try it that way just to build it up a little bit more so you guys can see it. There's definitely different ways you can apply products. You can always use them with your hands or with a brush. It just kind of depends on your preference. So obviously with your finger, you're gonna get a little bit more pigmentation than if you were to apply it with a sponge. It does have that sheen, like I mentioned. You can kind of see it is emphasizing my pores a little bit more just since it does have a little bit of that glisten in it, but I don't think it's bad. I like it. It looks nice. And then let's apply the other color. For this one, I'm going to go straight in with my finger on this side and we'll see kind of how pigmented it is that way instead of the brush at first. So yeah, you're definitely going to get way more pigmentation if you use your finger. So use my finger to apply and then I'll blend it out with my sponge here. I actually think I prefer that a little bit more. I do feel like it's going on a little bit more even than when I was applying it directly just with my sponge. So here's kind of the difference. So we have this color over here and then this one here. I definitely think for me, my skin tone personally, I think I prefer the burning cherry one a little bit more. I like this color too, but I feel like I'm gonna get more use out of this color just because I prefer those more like berries and reds as opposed to like the terracotta shades. But I feel like they both look pretty and they blended nicely. I feel like I do like this side, like I said, a little bit more. But they're cool and the packaging is definitely really cool. I want to try them out some more, try with like a brush and everything and kind of see if I can get a better feel for them. I did apply a little bit on my nose. I think I'm gonna leave it without any bronzer or anything because I don't think I need it. We're definitely looking nice and flush. I feel like I like it a little bit more. It sits on the skin. It's definitely kind of blending a little bit more in. I do feel like this side, however, looks a little bit more natural than this side. Is emphasizing a little bit more, but I did drag it up a little bit higher over here. So I would recommend if you don't want to like emphasize those pores, kind of keep it a little bit lower because it is a little bit shimmery. It's gonna kind of emphasize that area there, but it's not overly shimmery. I feel like it just kind of looks natural with my skin. I think that they both look really pretty. Like I said, the burning cherry, I think I'm going to use a little bit more, but I do really like this formula. I think it's nice. I feel like we have to, of course, spray our Kilali perfume as well. I sprayed this last night and my husband said he loved the scent, which he doesn't normally mention like fragrance. So I feel like that's a good sign. And I wore it and it lasted really long throughout the night. It does smell like not something I would typically go for. It's a little bit more like mature than what I normally get. I feel like I go for more of like a floral, but it is very, very nice. It smells almost like sexy is how I would describe it. Maybe it's like the raspberry mixed with that pistachio that's like giving that to me, but I really like it. I feel like I'm going to use this a lot, especially in the wintertime. It feels like a very like winter fall fragrance that I'm really going to like. So I'm going to take my hair down here and then let's go ahead and zoom out so we can get into my final thoughts. I really like how this eye look turns out. I love purples and I love purple and orange together. I think they look beautiful. And I really, really think that with this palette and the mattes that she chose, it's really easy to create a nice like gradient look. Like I used almost all of the mattes and it just kind of made me look like a little bit more blown out. It gave a little bit more emphasis on like the outer corner and stuff. I just think the mixing all the mattes together looks really pretty, and then you add the shimmer and it's just perfect. So I do really like the color she chose for this. I do think it is similar to the Naughty palette, so if you have that one, you probably maybe don't need this one. I mean, it does have those new shimmers in here, but I feel like you can kind of create a similar look with that palette if you do own it. However, I do think it is really nice, and if you've never got the Naughty palette, this is definitely a kind of similar vibe, more of like the little sister to the Naughty palette. So if you don't have that one, or you even want to just collect this one, I think the quality on it is really nice. nice. The packaging is absolutely beautiful. I love these little Obsession palettes. I think they're the perfect size, and I always really do enjoy them in my collection. I get a lot of use out of them. And next we have the cream cheek products. The packaging on these, I feel like it's just so cool. I love the packaging on these. I just think that she did an awesome job with doing like the little mirror thing. I think it's fun. Something different that I haven't seen before, and I think that's really cool. And I do feel like they look really nice on the cheeks. It almost gives me just like a healthy glow. I'm not noticing it as much now that I'm not like right up close at the emphasis here. I don't think it looks bad like out further. I do feel like it just gives me like a natural sheen to the skin. Almost looks like you just look like a little bit dewy. Creams can be a little bit intimidating to use. I feel like sometimes they can, you know, be hard to blend out or hard to build up, or you get too much pigment. I feel like it was kind of the perfect mix with this one. It wasn't too pigmented. It wasn't under pigmented. I feel like I was able to use a sponge. I was able to use my finger. I want to try it out with a brush. I feel like it looks really nice on the skin. So I like the colors too that she chose. And again, the packaging is so cool on these. The brown liner, I will say, didn't look as brown on my lid as I prefer, but I feel like I want to try it out on its own, like I said, not over eyeshadow, and see how it does look that way. And then for the fragrance, I've been really liking it. The more I sit here, the more I just really like the smell of this one. So I think it's beautiful. If you like the notes, you might like this one. But after that, you guys, that is going to do it on this review of the new Huda Beauty collection. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope you found it helpful. Like I said, I will have links to it down below if you want to go ahead and shop. Thank you as always for watching and supporting me here on my channel. I will see you very soon with a brand new one. Bye, friends.